She'll ask you lots of questions to find out who you are, to make you feel like a star. She doesn't care if you animate on the ones or the twos. She just wants to get to know the real you. Oh, yes to that. The animator's friend, she's with you till the end. She'll be your new best friend after cocktails and coffee. The conversation is so carefree. She doesn't care if you animate on the ones or the twos. Just sit back, relax, and time will fly by. Here we go.
Hello, it's the animator's friend, me, India Lombardi-Bello. Thanks for tuning in to my show. If you're tuned into my life at all, you'd know that I got a puppy, and her name is Motörhead. She's my new co-host. She's on the team. She's an animator's friend, actually, herself. And she's actually on the levels right now, making sure that I don't clip or anything. I appreciate it. And this interview that you're about to listen to was her first interview, her first podcast interview with David De La Fuente. David De La Fuente is an animation artist with interests in the moving image, semiotics, and graphic design. His work has explored themes of queerness, the aesthetic experience, and romanticism. All of his films so far are online right now, so I highly encourage you to go and check them out. I really loved them. They're really beautiful pieces, and he's getting close to finishing his next piece, Dungeon, which he's hoping will be out and about in October, so keep an eye out for that. I said to David this was the first boozy interview that I've had in a while. He came to my place because of the puppy, and and if you hear her right now, she's chewing on a bone, which also was the case in the interview as well. So if you hear clacking or anything like that, that's what that is. But David came prepared with a beautiful cocktail mixture that he made. So yeah, it was nice to have a boozy interview again. Just quickly plug a few things. Be on the lookout for later this week. There is a new bonus episode coming out that is different than previous bonus episodes. I mean, it is like a special interest, I guess, episode. Not so dissimilar maybe to like the festival strategy one, in that where like me and somebody else are focusing on a specific topic. I've invited my friend and your friend, Josh Pilch, for us to talk together about 101 Dalmatians. It's screening right now at Metrograph as part of their series. It started with a mouse, hand-drawn classics on 35, and it's going to be screening next on Sunday, July 26th at 11:10 a.m. So later this week, I'll share my chat with Josh as we pontificated about 101 Dalmatians. We just saw it today, actually, the first screening at Metrograph, and it was really fun. I'm excited to be podcasting at some festivals coming up soon. It's been a while. First one is the Hudson Valley Film Festival. We were there last year as well. We love them. And lots of friends, I think, are going to be there who got their film in, which is exciting. So that'll be August 18th through the 20th, and I'll be releasing an episode and other things, I'm sure, during that time. And excited to, again, be also going to the Ottawa International Animation Festival. And I'm super excited this year because it's the 50th anniversary of the festival, which is such a huge milestone. So I'm sure it's going to be really, really, really fun. Excited to go. Excited to podcast again. And then not going to plug lots of events today, but if you're not already tuned into my Instagram, my account is Lucky Dog Face. And I have started this new thing called the Animators Calendar, where I share all the events that I hear about or that have some sort of previous guest involvement or promotion or something. So keep an eye out on that if you're wanting to kind of go to more animation things. I try to keep it worldwide and not New York specific. So there should be something there for you, perhaps. I hope. And yeah, that's it. Let's listen to my conversation with my architect friend, David De La Fuente. So I was, reviewing your work leading up to us talking.
Oh, gosh, it took you all of 10 minutes.
But I don't know, that's kind of nice. You can get the full body of work and
short film filmmaker.
Yeah. But I think that because I feel I was able to see everything, I'm wow, you have such a specific style. But it evolves. It's not one note by any means. You expand it to its fullest potential, I guess. And I don't know, was it easy for you to kind of discover that, or did that take time? Was that stress? I don't know. I feel sometimes people get hung up on what's my look?
I don't think I have a style. I think my creative process is my style because it's not really trying to have all my films look the same or use the same techniques or the same style. Obviously, a lot of my films involve, well, actually only two of them, maybe three, involve hand drawing. So in that, it is my hand. It's, I can't, change. I mean, I guess I could change the way I draw, but I like the way I draw.
Yes, me too.
So I would say my creative process is what combines all my films because they're all coming from the same intent and the same sort of understanding. They all build on top of each other.
Yeah.
Not that they're connected through a narrative, but it's I'm working on one film and then I finish. I'm oh, I kind of like the ideas of where I ended. I'm going to continue exploring that. And then it's sort of a snowball.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And I meant to say that, I really loved compositions for understanding relationships. I loved that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That's my latest and not last, but
because you have one that you're working on now, Dungeon.
I'm working on Dungeon, my new film, but I've been working on it I finished compositions in 2021, I think, and then I took a year off after that because I was really burnt out after working on that film, and I've been working on short films since 2015. That's when I did my junior film, and then obviously senior year, you have to work on a thesis film, and then I moved to New York, and I wanted to keep the sort of fire burning and not get distracted. So then I made Guidance, which took 2 years, and then after that I immediately started composition. So it was just again another snowball, keeping going. And then after composition, I was I am so tired. Yeah, I am burnt out. I was I have nothing to say. I have nothing to give. I was I'm taking a break. So I took a year off for myself to sort of just reset my sort of creative process and energy and let new ideas come. And then by the end of that year, I was feeling better. I had done some freelance stuff for the first time. I had done a couple music videos. I did the Glass Animation Film Festival, reached out to me to do the poster signal film for their returning post-COVID edition, which was really fun. And so I was doing all that, and that was kind of getting my creative energy bubbling. Yeah. And then I started researching Dungeon, or started the idea in my sketchbook in 2023 maybe, and then I was doing research for a year on it, understanding the film, and then traveling around a lot, not really having a home base, so that kind of stalled the film. And then I started really working on it in 2025, starting the animation production, which I'm still in in 2026. This is the third summer where I've worked on the film, and I call these summers Dungeon summers, where I'm okay, it's quiet, it's chill, I'm going to work on my film.
Yeah.
So I was like texting my friends the other day. I was like, this is the last dungeon summer.
Okay.
We're finishing the film.
Yeah. That's exciting.
So maybe, I keep on saying like October. I'd really love to have like a screening in October.
That'd be cool.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Any insights into like what it's about?
1,000%. Oh, we can talk about it all day long. The film that doesn't exist. No, it does. It does. It does. It's like, you could talk about it all you want, but like, where is it?
Right. Yeah. We believe you.
But the film's called Dungeon, and it was really, really inspired by the word dungeon. Mm-hmm. Well, that's not true. It was actually originally called Gay Bar, and I wanted to make a film like about like the gay bar. So I was reading this book called Gay Bar, and I was like, oh my god, how brilliant!
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make a film that was just like just fun and extravagant and protected and loud. And I was like, that's really fun. So then when I was doing research in gay bars, it subsequently led me to dungeon. And then I was like, well, that's a really cool word. And then I just went down like a rabbit hole of that word and its different meanings and connotations and attributes. And it was just like such a layered word. And then I was living in London for a summer, a couple summers ago. And I was doing a lot of research on dungeon. I went in London, they have this tourist attraction called the London Dungeon. And I was like, oh my god, amazing. So I like dragged one of my friends with me to go to the London Dungeon, thinking it was going to be like this like historical dungeon site. And instead it was like tourists taking pictures with like rubber dolls and like fake torture devices. Yeah. Kind of like something you would see at like a Renaissance fair sort of thing. And I was like, well, that's fun, but that's not what I wanted. But that is one version of like the dungeon. The dungeon is this like, you know, medieval torture site. And then I went to some like castles in Europe and went to some like actual dungeons and got like the historical space of it, which is cool. And the dungeon is in French, the original word. I'm not going to pronounce it because I definitely cannot pronounce it. It's essentially like to forget. Like it's a space that is created to forget. You put people there, or, you know, prisoners, whatever, and you forget about them and they just rot in the dungeon. And I was like, that's crazy. But then it was also so weird to think of a space that's meant to be forgotten. And then there was something very like sad, but also like mysterious about it and othered space of it. So I was like, that's really interesting. And then I also think it's quite humorous-ish that the dungeon has become like a space for imagination and for fantasy and like magic, and like it's, you know, had a huge role in creating the pre-Raphaelite art movement and its influences, and like romanticizing the medieval period. And then you get like Dungeons and Dragons, you get Lord of the Rings. I was also doing research on like role-playing games and video games and all that, and like the dungeon crawler, and then making a full 360, then going back to the gay bar and like having like the dark room and like dungeon and like sex dungeons and like all of that. And I was like, there's so much to play with. There's so much there. And I was like that. So I spent like 2 years researching all of that. So that's kind of what the film is. You're going through this fantasy othered space and it's all of that.
I'm excited to see it.
Thank you. I'm excited to see it too. I'm still editing. Well, I'm still animating it. And then once I have like sort of all my pieces, I want to go and like edit and put it all like together. Very like free form way of working.
I think that's good. Not to be so like rigid. You know.
Do you, when you work, do you have like a storyboard? Or are you very like linear in your process?
I've gotten to be very improvisational, and I'm just gonna draw stuff. And see what happens.
That's kind of that's how I'm maneuvering this one.
That's cool. That's nice. I think that's nice. I mean, I know it can be stressful because then it's like maybe there's things that like you don't use.
When I'm editing, I'll put that editing cap on. I'll be like, I don't care how beautiful it is. If it's not working or if it's not serving it, like, just you'll have other uses for it. You have to accept the imperfection. It can't be like so perfect.
One What's your sign?
Oh, I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yes.
Do you feel like a Scorpio?
I do. I'm not like, I don't know, I feel like Scorpios have like a bad rap. And a lot of people think Scorpios are like manipulative or like they're always trying to be like one step ahead of everybody and that. And I'm like, I do like control. I love being in control, but I wouldn't call myself manipulative.
No. I don't think of them as being manipulative per se. I feel like they're just like intense.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Intense.
They can be
like,
intense.
I've been trying to chill out the past like 2 years. Like, it's all good.
Do you know like your big three?
You know, I just did my, what do you call it, my house reading the other month. I don't remember. They were all fine.
Yeah, they're fine. Maybe like leaning away from Scorpio and leaning into your other signs. Because I feel like, because actually my rising and my moon are Scorpio, but I'm a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
But
Geminis also get like, they're very controversial.
Yep. Yeah.
People say, don't trust Geminis.
Yep.
I'd never say that.
I would never say that. But I feel like I didn't really identify all that much with Gemini for a really long time. And I did feel more Scorpio. But now I feel like I get older and I feel more Gemini.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I felt more Scorpio, so I don't know. It's like kind of interesting. All the whole makeup, you know?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're into astrology or just like whatever about it?
I don't have the apps. I don't do it like on my own time, but I love when someone else is into it and then they like tell me about myself. And then like when my friend was visiting, she was reading me my horoscope for that day and I was like, yeah, it's very accurate. I agree. And like sometimes it can be very broad where you like are just projecting your own stuff into it. But I think it's fun. Yeah. You know, everything in moderation. I wouldn't let it dictate my life's decisions. And I wouldn't be so crass to be like, I can't go out today because my horoscope said that something bad would happen. Yeah. But yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. It's like a fun like dinner conversation.
And a nice like prompt, like if your horoscope, even if it is like broad for that day or whatever, it's kind of like, oh, like it's making you like think, you know, about your life or whatever, you know? Yeah.
When I was in college, that's when I was like starting to get into it. And I was reading my horoscopes more when I was in college. And then I was like, ooh, I wonder what my crush's horoscope is. So then I was doing that and I was like, okay, we can't do this.
You're like, this is one step too far.
I was like, are we compatible?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the compatibility stuff. I'll talk about things with people and they'll be like, oh, well, that's like, you know, that's your complementary sign. And I'm like, oh, I don't. I never think, like, I don't, because I also feel like, because I think for Gemini, it's Sagittarius. But then I feel like I have a lot of like Virgo friends and Scorpio friends. So it's like, I'm kind of just like, I'm not so sure. 2
of my good best friends are Pisces and they are very emotional. It's okay. I forgive them.
Yeah, Pisces. I feel like there's a lot of times when people are like, I'm a Pisces, and I'm like, oh, I could. 2, aside from these beautiful cocktails that we're having, what have you eaten, or I guess drank today?
I woke up with 3 martinis. No, I did it. I woke up, I had coffee in the morning, as I do.
How do you take your coffee?
Just a little bit of oat milk, just like a splash of oat milk, just because I feel like I used to drink black coffee, and then I read an article. It was like saying how black coffee like is bad for your enamel and it stains your teeth. And then I was like, okay, let's just put a little bit of milk in there just to reduce the acidity. I don't know if that does anything, but that's what I told myself. So yeah, that's how I take it. No sugar. Sometimes I'll do like a drip coffee, like with like a nice roast, but today was just instant. Because I don't care.
It was one of those days.
Yeah. I don't cook breakfast during the weekdays when I'm working just because don't have time for that. Sure. But on Saturday and Sunday, I'll make a nice breakfast for myself and I'll make like a nice cup of coffee. I'll do it properly. Yeah. Mondays, that's not happening. And it is Monday. We're recording on a Monday. Yes. And that was it.
Nice.
And now a lovely spread of snacks and a lovely afternoon aperitif.
Yes. Lovely. 3, have you listened to music today?
Yes, I have to listen to music every single day or else I will go crazy.
Okay.
I'm one of those people that has music for like every activity. Like sometimes when I'm walking, I'll like to listen to like, nature. But if I'm walking around New York City, the birds aren't calling to you. So I will listen to music when I'm walking. I love to listen to music in the shower. I have a lovely shower playlist going on this morning. When I'm at my desk, when I'm cooking, I'll either will listen to a podcast or I'll put on music or I'll just have like the television on in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah. What did I listen to today was the question. not how do I listen to music.
My philosophy to listening to music.
What did I listen to in the shower? I listened to Simple Syrup. This is electronic wave artist. He has an album called, I think it's called Devotion. I love it. It's so like relaxing and peaceful and tranquil. So I love to listen to that like when I'm like in the shower. Sade is also like a good shower mix. And then on my way over here, I was listening to this rap artist called Kwesi. Really good, really fun. He has an album, I think it's called Dorothy in Margellas. Really fun.
That's cool, yeah.
Oh my god, and then Madonna's new album, Confessions too.
Did she surprise? Was that like a surprise album?
Nah,
drop?
She's been promoting it for like months.
Okay, never mind. I feel like I'm surprised.
We're all surprised. We're all surprised that this woman doesn't stop. 10th #1 album, 3 decades. Let's go. 4 decades probably. So good. I mean, it's sort of a surprise because it's like a conceptual sequel to her album Confessions on a Dance Floor, which was released in 2006 or 5. So it's like 20 years sort of like anniversary, but it's like a completely different like sort of project. So good.
Yeah.
I won't lie on this podcast and be like, I'm a huge Madonna fan. I've been standing her forever. Like, all right, no. I like the singles. I like the songs, the hit songs, but like I've never like really sat down to listen to like a whole Madonna album.
Yeah.
So this was like the first time I did that. And I was like, it's really good.
Yeah.
So then that brought me to her album Ray of Light, which I don't know if you ever listened to.
I don't think so.
Oh my God. It is so good.
Okay.
It is a masterpiece.
Wow.
It is one of the best albums I've ever listened to.
Yeah.
And I'm like so mad at myself that it took me this long to. I was like, imagine if I was listening to this when I was in high school. That would have been so cool. Like, hello? Why did no one like knock me on the head? Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Although I was listening to Bjork in high school, so I was like,
you were
cool.
You were doing cool stuff. Into cool stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's so good. So I'm like trying to like preach the gospel. I'm like, everyone has to like listen to Ray of Light. Second to that, I was having this conversation with some friends the other month. When you listen to music, do you listen to albums or do you listen to playlists or do you just listen to like songs?
I feel like I used to listen to albums, and then once we entered into the streaming age, now I'm like stuck in playlists all the time, and it makes me sad because. But I feel like there's certain things that I will reach for, you know what I mean, that are like a full album. I don't know why the first thing that's coming to mind. There's this very weird, like kind of like not popular Frank Sinatra album called Watertown. Okay. And it's a concept album. Oh. And it must be from a little later in his career. And it's about a divorced guy like in upstate New York. And it's like, it's just like not so far from like where I'm from. It's like where it's supposed to take place. But it's just got these like really beautiful, sad songs on it. And like, it's really like worthwhile to me, like if I'm in the mood for like listening to that, to listen to it like front to back, you know? Yeah. So it's like, I think there's albums like that where it's like, I'm not like looking for a song. Right. I'm looking for the whole thing, you know? Yeah.
I love that.
It sounds like you listen to albums.
I love albums.
That's good.
I love the whole experience.
That's the way to do it.
Good body of work that tells a story. That's what a good album for me is. You know, if it's just a collection of songs, that's cool too. Each song better be a banger. Yeah. I don't like an album with a lot of skips.
No.
Because then I'm just gonna like take the songs that I like and I'll put them in like in a playlist. But I like to listen to albums. I don't have a record player, so I don't have like a collection of of like records that I really like, although I really want to get a record player.
Yeah, you should.
But I was talking with friends and everyone's like, we don't listen to albums. We just listen to just like playlists. And I was like, that's crazy. I mean, I do as well. I'm like, but how do you know what songs you like if you don't listen to the whole album?
I know. Yeah, I will say that is like a nice thing with like records is that it forces you to obviously just like listen to it the way it's intended. So that I admire.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I was like, I wish I had that.
Yeah, you should just
a nice little collection.
You can get a record player.
I know.
Like,
they're like
cheap.
Yeah, I know. I just like where do I put it? One of my favorite hobbies is also I love to make like mixtapes. I love like collecting songs that I like and sounds and like curating them together for like different, I don't know, conceptual moods.
Do you put it on something physical?
No, it's not just on my computer. I used to in high school. I used to make little cassette tapes.
Yeah.
But then the stereo that I was using to transfer the sound to the cassette, it either broke or I just like got rid of it at like the end of like the semester, and I had to like move stuff, and I was like, I can't lug around this giant stereo.
Yeah.
But I used to, but now it's just electronic. And me and my friends, we used to do it more so back in the day. We don't do it so much now, but back when we all graduated from school and we were living in the city and we'd be all at like our desks and we would be bored, we would like send each other like YouTube links.
Yeah.
And then that evolved into like us making mixtapes and sending it to each other.
Yeah.
To listen to while we were working. So that kind of like sparked my love of making little mixes to send to my friends.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah, I was big on making burning a CD.
Oh my god, yeah, in middle school, yes. I have a stack of them with the Sharpie on it.
Yeah, like, me too. That like really thin case too,
The jeweled case.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
I think.
Back when you would just like hold things.
Yeah, it was nice. That was a nice thing. I remember I was so stressed out when we did start entering into streaming because I loved having I was into CDs, so like I loved it, and I was like, I can't imagine like not owning and now it's like
I was like the last person to get onto streaming. Like my entire college experience, I never used Spotify. I just because at first I listened to music on YouTube. I'm a YouTube loyalist. Even though I don't know, Alphabet probably evil. Oh well. It has the best algorithm. It just recommends me like the best music. It knows my taste. So I just listened to it there.
Yeah.
And then in college, everyone was like, oh my God, Spotify. And then I was like, but Spotify has like, maybe now it does. But back in the day, like all the artists I was listening to were not on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I was just like, no. And then eventually streaming became unavoidable.
What's the last movie you saw in a theater?
The last movie I saw in the theater was Stop That Train, RuPaul's new movie. Will somebody please stop that train? It was hilarious. I loved it. It was so stupid and so fun. I went with my friend Adam. Yeah. And I just had tears in my eyes from crying so much, from laughing so much and crying. Yeah. It was just one of the stupidest films I've seen.
Okay.
I really recommend if anybody wants like a cheap laugh.
Yeah. Well, it's also a perfect kind of segue into my next question, which is the surprise question. Because you do like all the motion design stuff for Drag Race. Do you still do that?
Yeah, I'm not working on it right now.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll work on the next season. I think I will.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
I assume you're a fan.
I am, yeah.
So my question is, who's your favorite? Is it possible to pick a favorite Drag Race contestant of all time?
Oh my gosh, that is really hard. I mean, my old favorite from when I was like, I started watching Drag Race when I was in college, when we would just be like in the dorm room, like working, and we just have it on the background. Yeah. And one of the first queens that like really just like made me laugh out loud was Alyssa Edwards from season 5. Love her. Who else? Love Latrice. Oh, and Jujubee. I love Jujubee. they were both just in the Stop That Train movie.
Oh, okay.
They're both amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. I know. I don't know. I think, I mean, I've never had like cable. you know? So I never really, that's like one of those things that like I liked it, but never like got to like fully watch it. Is it on stream? Like, I mean, it's definitely
On
streaming
Paramount
somewhere.
Plus.
I don't have Paramount Plus. But
Don't subscribe to Paramount Plus. Or do. Actually, I do recommend subscribing to Paramount Plus because they have the full Mob Wives show on there, and I absolutely love Mob Wives, and I think everyone should watch Mob Wives.
Mob Wives has Big Ange.
Big Ange.
Yeah.
Big Ange is probably one of the most iconic reality TV characters.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful, amazing person.
Yeah.
But yeah, out of reality TV, she's like number one.
Yeah. Have you been, because you went to RISD, right?
Yes.
Have you been watching Real Housewives?
Of Rhode Island?
Yes.
Yes, I have. I haven't, I think the season might have concluded, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm behind. I'm only a couple episodes in.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I like it. It was a little bit of a slow start for me. Everyone looks the same, and they don't sound the same at all. They all have really wild accents, which I love. But their names are also like quite a bit hard to remember.
Yeah.
But it's the first season, so I'll give them grace.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I forget who says. I think Liz. They're at a dinner, and Liz goes, "But it is Ma." And it's just like a little like a throwaway line or whatever. I'm just like, it's the way they say things are just so amusing.
I agree. There's one that I think it's Joellen is the person.
Joellen's a great name.
And I think the reason why it's stuck in my brain is because they keep like clipping it over and over again. But she says like, "Shut the fuck up! Are you out of your mind?"
Yes. You were never homeless.
Yes, yeah, I love it. It's so funny. But I really liked it because I don't watch all of the Housewives. I really only keep it to places where I've lived, so I'm very strict with myself.
Yeah.
But my cousin Connor, who's like also into it, he was like, "You gotta watch Rhode Island because something that has been a problem as like the years go on with the Housewives is that they might recast, but then they just kind of will recast these people that don't actually know each other, and they're just influencers, so it just feels very disingenuous and not fun. And it's what made it fun was that these were people who had relationships, you know?
Yes.
So that's what's nice about the Rhode Island ones is that they all have known each other since they were kids, you know?
Yeah, they have a long history with each other.
Yeah.
Or at least some of them do.
Yeah.
Rhode Island's exciting. I need to finish it. Salt Lake City is my favorite.
I know, everybody says
now.
that's the best one.
So good.
Yeah.
They had a really, really great first season. But my favorite, I think of all time, would be New York City.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you've watched.
No, I have. And I watched it.
I love it. All of it?
I watched all of it. I watched it not as it was airing. This was a few years ago. I just watched it from beginning to end, and I was like, and I tell people all the time, if you're gonna start anywhere, start there, and just go from start to end because it is such a pleasure.
Oh my gosh. It's honestly some of the best. Mob Wives, I think, is the best reality TV show of all time. But Real Housewives of New York City is number two. The first season of Roni, I think, is so fun to watch because it's a experimental documentary of what New York City was in 2000 and I don't know, 8, whenever they started filming.
Yeah.
And just it's amazing. And just no one knew what the show was.
Yeah.
No one knew what it meant to be a real housewife. You know, it was just everyone's sort of performing a little bit. Yeah. And then by the third season, that's all out the window. Oh, it's so good. Oh,
yes.
So Ramona Singer.
I know.
The devil walks among us.
I know.
Sonia Morgan is very influential to me and my friend group. We have a group chat named after her.
I went to the Morgan Library recently, and
Did you touch the Morgan letters?
I could not get it out of my head. I was like, "Don't touch the Morgan letters."
Don't touch the Morgan letters.
And it was I was with people who don't watch that. And I was like, I'm just like, I'm about to pop. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, like, and there's nobody to express this to. I should have probably just talked to it with like a stranger. I'm sure somebody would have known what I was talking about.
Oh my gosh. I would have been hysterically cracking up. Also, one of my friends who I went to visit with, she gave a tour to Countess Luann because one of her children was interested in going to RISD. So she gave Countess Luann a RISD tour.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. Which kid?
I don't know if it was. I'm gonna say her children's name on this podcast as if they're my friends. I don't know if it was Victoria or Noelle.
It must be because Victoria was an artist, wasn't she?
Yeah, but I think I don't know if she's my. I think it might have been Noelle because he's a little bit younger than us, and we were already like in our senior year.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it was Noelle, who I also saw at a restaurant in Ridgewood not too long ago, and I was like the only one who knew, and I kept looking at him like, is that Noelle? And he has like a huge like crazy mustache, and he just looks like a Brooklyn painter.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, and I was like saying to the friend that I was having dinner with, I was like, I think that's Countess Luann's son. He was like, I don't know what that is.
That's hilarious. I love that. That's so funny. I wonder if I would be able to recognize. I feel like the daughter, like, she's very recognizable, but I don't know if I would be able to recognize them.
I wish I couldn't recognize people because, like, I don't want to recognize like reality TV people in public because it's like I don't know them. Yeah. But then I'm like, wait, I hate that I know who you are. Yeah. Or it's like I'll be like on the subway and I'll see like I don't know some like person I saw on a Instagram reel like 2 days ago, and I'm like, and now you're in front of me. Yeah. Why?
I feel similar. I have like really good facial recognition to the point where it's like I'll have seen a photo of somebody once. Yeah. And I'll be like, I know that person. Yeah. And then like it'll dawn on me like, oh, I saw them. Yeah, like on Instagram once. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and not even that they're like famous. It could just be.
On Instagram, I'll possibly remember their face. But then I'll be at a party and someone will be like, oh, it's so nice to see you again. I'll be like, I don't know who you are. Yeah. That's happened to me a couple times. And I'm like mortified by it. I'm like, and they know like everything about me. And I'm like, I don't know. This is my first time meeting you. Yeah. Aw. It's bad. It's bad. But like, I don't know. Like, are we having like a conversation at like 4 a.m., you know? Or are we having like... Are we having dinner? Because if we're having dinner, I'm going to know who you are.
There's a difference, for
There's
sure.
a difference.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm one of those people that I always like, I'm like, oh, like, we've met.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm trying to stop doing that because apparently, like, it rubs people the wrong way.
No. I love honesty. I love when someone's just, like, honest and they're just like, you know, I'm not going to pretend like I don't know who you are. Yeah. And I'm also not going to pretend like I know who they are. Although I won't be so rude to be like, have we met?
No, you'll be nice about it.
Not be rude. But yeah, I just wish I could remember the people that I actually know and not the people that I don't know or have parasocial relationships with.
Totally. But yeah, we recommend Roni.
Roni, so good. Roni, and then Beverly Hills starts off really good, and then it's kind of been in its flop era for the past like couple seasons. Although this last season I kind of enjoyed. Salt Lake City, gotta watch it, and then I'm trying to get like back into Atlanta, just because they had like a whole like recast a couple of seasons ago. Yeah. But I've never gone past season like 8, so I started all the way back at the beginning.
Do you watch Jersey? That's the other one I watch.
I've never watched Jersey.
Jersey's good too.
I know it's really, but I don't know what it is. Something about it just like doesn't interest me. But I did watch Sopranos and I did love it. And I do love Carmela. Yeah. So maybe I should watch Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I mean, that's where the table flip came from.
Just like what, season like 3?
It's early.
Yeah.
It's early. Yeah. It could be 1 or 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's hard to be so iconic in like your first like 3 seasons and then like 20 seasons later.
Have to sustain.
Yeah. It's like Citizen Kane. Like you came out the door swinging and then it was just years of what is happening.
Yeah, for real. I think that they might have ended Jersey Housewives, or
I think they're also just like recasting. Yeah, and they recasted New York,
and it's so bad.
I watched the first season. I didn't watch the second.
Yeah, me same.
But then they're recasting it again for the next upcoming season, and it's like a bit of mixed of like past Housewives and then like new Housewives. Okay. We'll see. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
What am I doing on a Tuesday
Yeah,
night?
if they
Watching
recast
Roni.
it, I'll watch it. I've been also watching, again, my cousin recommended it, Next Gen NYC. Have you been watching it?
I watched the first season. I loved it because it's like all the children, all the Nepo babies.
Yes.
And I think the second season like just came out.
Yeah, it's coming out now.
I haven't watched it yet. That is a show, and there's a lot of reality TV shows where it's just like in the background when I'm working, and like every now and then I'll like peek over and be like, "Oh, this is good." But a lot of it gets like forgotten. Have you watched? This was an old reality TV show that came out in like 2013, maybe. It was called The Rich Kids of Beverly Hills.
I don't think so.
I want to say it was like basically like Next Gen. It was like all these like young 20-year-olds. They weren't necessarily like nepo babies, but they were like a majority of the cast were children of like rich, successful people. I think the most notable one was E.J. Johnson, who's the son of Magic Johnson. Love E.J. Johnson. But it's just like another like show like that. So good. I just love like a certain period of reality TV. It was like pre-social media, before people were like influencers, but they were trying to be influencers. Because like Instagram existed in this show, but it was a very different form of Instagram.
Yeah, it was different.
I just love how people were still creating characters and personas in that time.
Yeah.
I love culture.
Same. Same. All right. 6, what's your latest?
I know, I could really rant on reality TV for like an hour, so we gotta move on.
Same. 6, what's your latest fixation?
I've been watching, not reality TV, I've been watching Dragon Ball, like the original 1980s Dragon Ball, which I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And I love it. And it's so good. And like every evening I'll watch like 3 episodes of Dragon Ball. I remember growing up with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, like on TV, like on, I think like Cartoon Network, like after school programming block. But I was never like into it. And Dragon Ball Z is just like, you know, fighting and like big blasts of energy and everything. And I was like, I'm gonna watch, I don't know, like Simpsons or Family Guy or something. But now I like, after RISD, I've sort of been on like a very slow journey through anime. Because there's like all these like amazing shows that I've like never seen before. And I just finished watching Yu Yu Hakusho. And it was really, really good. And it's like another like fighting martial arts style show. But I really liked it. And I was like, okay, let me go to Dragon Ball, which is like the like OG. But Dragon Ball itself is like very cartoony, very silly, very innocent. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not what I expected it to be. And I love it.
It's a good show. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I really like it.
The animation is stunning. I love how it's drawn. I love the illustration style, the coloring, the back, like the watercolor in the back. And I love how slow the pacing is for the frames. Like it's like, it feels like they're animating like on force or something. It's like really easy to digest like each frame. Like it's not like rushing past you. I love it.
That's a good one. 7, what's something that you think is overrated?
I really hate, and I wish everyone would stop doing it, is, I don't know, movie poster or in a trailer, they always advertise like the Rotten Tomato score of things. And I'm like, we don't need that. What I think is overrated is Rotten Tomato scores and Pitchfork music scores. I don't care. I don't care if it got an 8. Madonna's album got an 8.1 apparently. I don't know.
We don't care.
I don't care. That's just what I saw on the social medias. I didn't click on the website. And I'm just like, who cares if it got like a 4 or a 4% or whatever? Like, just if you like it, you like it. I don't. And then, but what pisses me off about it is that like they'll put it on the poster or whatever. It's like you really care that much? Like, oh, I'm gonna see this film because everybody likes this film. I'm like, no, come on, let's. Rotten Tomatoes is rotten.
I feel like it became like this like standard, like, oh my God, it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's like, it became this thing that it's like, oh, that carries like weight. But really it's just like,
who gave it weight? I didn't.
Like it's like, I don't know who gave it away, but also it's like, I feel like it's really probably no different than any other kind of critical structure for something. So like Pitchfork, I mean, that's really just one person's opinion, right?
Well, I think it's like, it's one person writes the review, but then it's like the team does like a survey.
They make interesting. Okay,
And
I
like,
didn't
it's
know
like,
that.
I thing because I remember
Okay.
everyone was caring a lot about what Pitchfork
Yeah.
was giving ratings for, and then I
Yep.
think they like released of like how they do it. And
Interesting,
now
yeah.
I don't go on Pitchfork website anymore. I used to back when I used to be
Back
like,
in the day,
back in the
it was
day,
a good place.
I used to
Yeah.
go, but no
more.
I just don't care. But now they have like a fan score. So now if you go to the article, I believe the review, they'll have the Pitchfork team score, and then like the fans can score and like what they think. And I'm like, do we really care? Just listen to the album. No one even listens to albums anymore.
And all those things like age pretty poorly, I think. Like I don't think it actually like makes for a good archive of
Yeah.
like the importance of something, because I
Yeah.
think that there's a lot of times when things are scored like low, but they're actually super important albums, or things that are scored high, and it's like they blow, you know?
And like, can we have a discourse on what's good and bad, or like what the critic is looking like? If you're gonna give a review, like write a good review on like what you like or what you don't like, you know?
Right.
And I feel like a lot of times it's just like they know they're only looking at the scores, because then I'll read the review or like what they're actually saying. It's just like so poor. Like they barely understood the project.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, I'm less offended by the score, even if it's good or bad. I'm like, did you give it time? Did you sit with it?
Yeah.
Or you're just like, I have 1,000 other things to do. I'm just knocking this review out, you know? I'm like, fine. But like, then that artist has to deal with your behavior.
Yeah.
My favorite tweet is when I think Halsey or somebody tweeted, will the basement that they run Pitchfork out of just collapse already? And it was Pitchfork used to run out of like the One World Trade Center or whatever. I think about that tweet all the time. I'm like, won't they just collapse?
Oh my goodness.
Horrible.
8. What's something that's underrated?
Animation. Always.
Yeah.
Just, it's all right. I prefer animation to be underrated than overrated, because
I thought you were saying animation's all right, but
no. It's always underrated. It's always underrated because it just doesn't. It can't be mainstream. It can't be the genre of the public. You know, like live action can handle that stress, or you know, filmmaking, video, whatever. Animation gets to be the underground,
the underdog.
It struggles a lot with what the consumer's capitalist idea of the genre. You know, like it has to be like realistic 3D. It has to be like hyper-realistic. It has to be, you know, like whatever like the cutting edge of technology is. Animation somehow has to follow that pursuit, which like absolutely not. But like to the public, that's what their idea of it is. Like
Totally.
Every time I tell someone I'm an animator, they're like, oh, everything's on the computer nowadays. And I'm like, okay, well, I still like to draw on paper. And they're like, what? And I'm like, but you're allowed to. It's a medium. You can.
They haven't outlawed it yet.
You can. It's just, you know, but it's so attached to capitalism and trade and like the industry. So it's a really hard medium. Yeah. And it goes against the grain, I think, a lot of the times. And I want more. I don't want it to be, you know, mainstream. I want it to be like,
you want it to be our thing.
Yeah. It's ours.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Give us money and support us, but leave us alone.
Part of what I've been doing this summer to occupy my time is like just doing more like animation history research, because I think that it's been like a bit of a hole for me. And something that is interesting is that like in the early days, like they kind of were just like kind of what we were talking about earlier, where you're just kind of like, I'm just gonna like draw and see what happens. And there was like a lot of that in the early days, and there was like no planning. But like the stuff's like super entertaining. Like maybe it's not like the most incredible like storytelling, but like I find it like still super fun to watch. And then at some point, I think probably when it did become like more of a money-making endeavor is when they started to like plan out their productions, and I'm like, capitalism ruined the improvisation of animation, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's such a weird video because it's attached to that. It's attached to the studios. It's attached to like the movie industry and the television industry, but everything that influences those decisions are artistic practices. They're techniques that were created by, you know, like experimental animators that then like sort of like, you know, like trickle down in a way. And then they get like, you know, reused in a larger production or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's cool that you're what has been so surprising, or like a period of time that you're like, whoa, I didn't expect that.
I think that like I was surprised by how much I loved like the silent era.
Mhm.
Like I loved it. Like and I think just like I think it's just because like the idea that this was just some of the first stuff and like how exciting that had to be to like see that at that time and then they were just super experimental and like crazy and weird. It's just like so fun.
Exactly. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm really interested in reading more about the 80s era of cartoons, because in America that's commonly referred to as like the dark age of animation. That's when like Disney was going through like they didn't really know what their future was, and there was like a lack of money and a lack of support, and like television was like low budget, and like it was kind of like no one was like investing in it, so like not a lot of work was being made, and the work that was being made like was not necessarily bad, but it lacked a lot of support, and then that all came like rushing back in the 90s. But I'm like, what happened? And then how do we get ourselves out of it? Because I feel like we're sort of back in that same place where there's like no support, nothing's being made. The people that used to champion the medium are like quickly leaving it behind, and then the few studios that are still willing to invest in it are like, again, the shows that are being made are like not good shows.
The book that I'm reading right now is Of Mice and Magic, written by Leonard Maltin of, for me, Entertainment Tonight fame. And it's really good, but like he wrote it in the 80s. And it's just funny because he leaves off like every chapter, obviously, like with like present day. And he's just like, this is what's going on now. And it's like, it just feels like such like a weak note to end every chapter on. And I guess it's like, that's interesting to note that it's just kind of like, I mean, I knew that in terms of Disney, at least, that like, you know, obviously they had a 90s revival, but it's just, I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah.
I've never really been worried about like what the industry is making of it. Cause I'm like, again, we don't have to be so tethered to it, although that is like a great resource to employ animators and to like make shows and get things up. I'm really worried about the festivals. I feel like there's just not enough animation festivals, and there's not enough like screening opportunities for the work.
Yeah.
I feel like we're losing a lot of like ground.
Interesting.
In terms, I feel like a lot of festivals are like closing because they don't have support. Also, like art schools in general are closing. Everything. It's a dark time for the arts.
It is, yes.
But we'll find a way.
Yes, we will. I feel like there's a lot of, maybe they're not festivals, but like events.
Yes.
Like in New York City, at least, like, and I'm sure other like big cities, I feel like there's like so many things that are like smaller things.
Right. Which is fine.
Which is great for building community.
Yes.
You know?
It's really all about community and just getting together and supporting each other's work and finding means to share your work and whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be like a sponsored festival event, a 3-day event. Although those are lovely too. And it's a great way to bring in the international crowd and to meet people that you normally wouldn't meet. But local screening opportunity events are also absolutely, and there should be more in each city.
Yeah, agreed.
I was just in Mexico City and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's like an animation thing going on. But it was a World Cup in Pride, so there was no animation going on. But I was like, what's the local animation scene in Mexico City? Couldn't find it though. But if anybody knows, let me know.
I think that I wish I knew the facts. I feel like there's something really major in animation in Mexico happening right now. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tell me.
I don't know. I feel like their like industry is really growing and that they're working on a show or a film that has major like backing of some kind, and it's it might create Mexico as like an animation hub.
I mean, there's a lot of fabulous Mexican animators. And there has been a lot of like, I don't know about like, well, I mean, I don't watch Mexican television, nor do I subscribe to any like of the streaming services out there, so I don't know. But a lot of like Mexican animators who've like worked for like Nickelodeon produced shows that are like, you know, taking aesthetic and cultural roots from their heritage. And obviously there's a lot of brilliant Mexican filmmakers. I also watched Y Tu Mama Tambien when I was in Mexico by Chiron. Great filmmaker.
Yeah.
Really good filmmaker. I loved how he composed certain shots. And it's like sort of like handheld where they're just walking. And I'm sure they choreographed it like many times to find like the blocking of it. But it just feels so effortless and natural the way the camera moves.
Yeah.
There's like this one shot where they're just like, it's like a road movie.
Yeah.
So you're like, they're just like driving down a lot of roads, and how they're like finding things and like finding different ways to shoot just like a car going down the road. I'm like,
yeah.
how do you think of that?
Yeah.
How do you, like it seems so natural. I'm like, no, but they had to like
There's a
get
lot
to
of thought.
it. Yeah.
Or at least a freedom.
Yes.
You know.
I'm like, how many times did I have to do that shot? Like a car just like, all right, back up and go again. And back. I'm like, well, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 9, what's a talent you wish you had pursued?
AKA like a talent that I have that I just have never done anything with. That doesn't exist.
You pursued your talents.
Well, I don't really know what my talent is. I think I'm just like a creative person. So like I just like follow that creative energy or tendencies to wherever. Like as a kid, I was like drawing a lot. I have a sketchbook that I was just drawing all the time.
Yeah.
And then that then was like sort of like painting or just like, you know, charcoal drawing or whatever, graphic drawing. And then that then turned into like, and then I taught myself like animation, and then I was like animating, and then I went to school, then I studied animation, and then I went to RISD to study animation, and then everyone's like, you should be in graphic design. You're a graphic designer. I'm like, I'm not. I'm telling you, and I'm an animator. But they're like, but it's like, it's very graphic designy. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means. I mean, now I know what it means, and I do agree with them. But I'm like, I was like, okay, and now I do like animation and I do graphic design. But it's just like, it's just following, you know, whatever creative path, you know. And then I love like cooking, and I love making, you know, drinks, and I love making, I don't know, like little graphic items, whatever. Or I love architecture. I love interior design. I mean, I guess I wish I could, I can't say I wish I could be an architect, because I can be an architect. But like, if in another world,
you might have pursued that.
Maybe I'm terrible at math. I'm so bad at math.
And math's
There's
important.
a reason why I'm not an architect. But I just love the idea of just like designing space.
Yeah.
Of just like, this is the room in which this will happen.
Yeah.
Or nothing happens, and it's just a hallway.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's just like design, like just like creating meaning within space. I think is so cool.
Yeah.
I also love furniture design. Don't trust me with a nail and hammer. But I just love observing.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe a musician. I mean, I have no music ability, but I do love music, and I love making like, you know, mixtapes and stuff. So maybe I would have pursued like learning how to play an instrument. I don't play any instruments.
And you can, that is something you can learn. Like, I mean, it's like learnable. I was going to say too, that like with thinking about like creating space, and you could be an architect to do that, but you're creating space in your films, like in Dungeon, you are creating a sense of space.
I read this architectural queer theory book for my research in Dungeon called Queer Spaces by Aaron Besky, I think. I could have bought it online, but I didn't. I had to go to the New York Public Library to read it. Support your libraries. Hello.
We love libraries.
We love libraries. But the book was like in a very special room in the library, like all the way in the back. And you couldn't check it out, and you couldn't take photographs of it or whatever. It's like a very like special book. I don't know why. I could buy it on Amazon if I spent like $30, but I was like, I can just go to the library and read it for free. Anyway, but it's a book by this architect, and he's talking about like designing, and you know, what does it mean for a space to be queer, and like, what does that mean, and just really, and he doesn't talk about dungeons, but he talks about like the gay clubs and bars and, you know, the darker, and like it's so fascinating, and I love it. And I made a lot of notes in my sketchbook about it because I couldn't check it out. But that influenced Dungeon a lot. Dungeon, it does have a very strong architectural influence to it, because it is about space.
Yeah. You're an architect. You could just say you're an architect.
I did build a dungeon in Blender.
That's something.
That's architect.
That's architect.
Architectonics. I love that word.
Is that a real word?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's something I think relating to architecture.
Yeah. 10, what were you like in high school? You were making maybe mix CDs?
I was making mixed
tapes?
CDs. I was making mixtapes. I was listening to Bjork and
Yes.
Lady Gaga. Honestly, just like myself, I was very shy. I was very quiet. I wouldn't sit in the front row, but I wouldn't sit in the back row because I wasn't that much of like an outcast. I was like, but I would sit like somewhere in the middle. It's kind of towards the back.
Yeah.
I just like kind of like kept to myself, just focused on art and like drawing, and I was teaching myself animation at the time because I knew from a very young age that I wanted to become an animator. So I was just like doing that. I had a lovely group of friends. I'm still friends with them. Shout out my high school friends. I went to a school that was like, I started in elementary school and then it was like the same class. So
yeah, me too. Where did you grow up, by the way?
I grew up in South Florida.
Okay.
I have to say South Florida because if I say Florida, people are going to think I grew by the Alabama shore. No, I mean, no tea. Oh, some tea, some shades in North Florida. I'm not going to Gainesville. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Okay. And I went to school in Davie. That was my high school. But everyone, since we knew each other from a young age in high school, and it was a small school. It was like, I don't know, like 200 students maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was very small. Like we all knew
yeah.
each other. Not to say we all got along, but there was like quite a formidable like understanding of like, I've known you since kindergarten. What, you're going to think you're going to act tough now? Yeah. Please. Yeah. I saw you break your tooth and cry. I had like my core group of friends. They were like all like kind of like surfer, beachy people. Like after school, we would like go to the beach and like hang out and then like go to like a nearby like sushi cafe or whatever. And then we'd go to like an independent cinema. And like I was like obsessed with obviously like animation movies in high school. So we would do like screenings or like, oh, we should go like see this film. I took all my friends one summer. I don't know if this was before college or after college. I think it was before college. I took them all to the cinema in Miami to see one of Xavier Dolan's new films was screening. Xavier Dolan's like my favorite director of like all time. His film Lawrence Anyways was screening in Miami, and I took all my friends to go see it. And it was fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like a nice high school experience.
It was like I always thought it was like unconventional because it was like South Florida, and it wasn't like I've never seen that depicted in any film or genre. You know, it's like a very, you know, because growing up, California was like the high. You know, there were so many shows and movies about what it meant to be a teenager in California, and that's not my life. And then there was like New York or whatever, like big city, and I'm like, that's not, you know. So it's like Florida's just like this weird swampland of like, you got the beach, but still have a lot of crazy people. Yeah. So I've nenever seen that.
Maybe you gotta develop something.
I got stories. I'll let someone else tell it.
11. What's the first work of art of any kind that made a meaningful impact on you as a child? It's a long question.
That's a very interesting question. I would say I was obsessed with Pokemon as a kid, as I'm sure many people in the 90s were. I loved the video game. I loved the television show, and I loved the trading cards, the Pokemon cards, and I liked the illustrations and the movie. I just loved the whole experience of it. And I would define that as art. So that was probably the first art experience that I had where I was like, whoa, like there's so much there. Yeah. But SpongeBob was also very influential because that like made me want to become an animator very early. Like I would sit in front of the TV and like draw the characters like really up close. So that was like another and very like artistic young experience.
12. When was the first time that you got paid to animate?
Well, I had internships when I was at RISD in the summer, but that was free, so that doesn't count. But that was like my first time like working, like at least somewhat in the field of animation. And then when I graduated, I had made a plan with two of my classmates to move to New York after we graduated from RISD, but they had an apartment in Providence. So I stayed for that summer in Providence. And then I think we moved in like late August or September. But I stayed there and I was just like working on my portfolio like every single day, like trying to like applying to any jobs. I would like wake up at like 7 a.m. and like try to apply to as many jobs as I could. Yeah. And then the summer before I graduated, I was interning at a music label in New York, doing like animation, motion graphic stuff. And I was like, oh, amazing. I'll do this when I graduate, and I'll move to New York, and I'll do motion graphics. I reached out to one of my coworkers at the label, being like, hey, I just graduated, if you... And not even like asking for work. I was like, if I'm moving to New York, like if you want to meet up for coffee or whatever, And he was like, yeah. He was like, well, I left that label. Now I'm at this different label. I'm actually working on like a lyric video or whatever. Like, I'm looking for an animator. Would you like it? And I was like, yes. And I was like so desperate for work. So I was hoping it would lead to like a full-time thing. And I'm going to tell this story because I think it's transparent and people should know what their rate is. He was like, okay, like, amazing. What is your rate? And I just graduated. I was sleeping on my friend's sofa. I had like maybe $20 in my bank account. I was hungry, poor, and tired. Yeah. And I said $100 because at that time I thought that is a lot of money. $100. I've never been paid so much in my life. And I was like on the phone with him, and he was like, and what's your rate? And I was like so nervous. I was like, like 100. And he was like, never ask for $100 ever again. That is
surely it's more than that.
He was like, that is so low. Never say that to anybody. And we had worked together, and we were like, we were friends, so he could be honest with me. And I was like,
sweet.
And thank God he said that, because if I was like, I mean, I would have taken anything. I was so desperate. And he was like, let's put you on 300. And I was like, I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So don't accept $100 as your first day rate. Go through. Well, now I don't know what the starting day rate is now, because I feel like with inflation, it should be like 30, 60.
I have seen like talks from different studios where they kind of like, because like I'll bring my students there to like kind of get like that kind of knowledge, I mean, it might have changed since they gave this number, but it's kind of like if you're like junior level, 250 to 300. Oh. So
I would
maybe
say
not that
325.
different. But I think you're right, probably, like in terms of like what you should probably ask is more for that, because like yeah.
If it was someone else, they probably would have taken that and been like, all right, 100. There you go. Yeah. Thank God someone was looking out for me.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I was paid. I didn't know how to set my, that's. RISD was a magical, amazing experience, but it wasn't a commercial school. They're not setting you up to get a job at a top agency or whatever. Yeah. So, and there was never really discussion about like rates or really like how to build a portfolio. And it's fine, because what they do teach you, I think, is way more valuable than that. Yeah. And and you learn that stuff. You learn that stuff very quickly and easily when you have to. So I found my way.
Yeah. And then 13, because like I feel like that was like a very like encouraging moment. So this is, when did you feel most discouraged in pursuing your creative path?
Probably 3 or 4 months prior to that. This lasted like 10 seconds. It was my senior year. They had a job fair, portfolio fair, whatever. Like people from the industry come to meet with all of the students. So for animation or for FAV, film, animation, video, we had different people from different like media companies and like creative agencies, whatever. And I met with a bunch of them. And here I come with my experimental portfolio, because that's all I have. That's like, I'm a senior at RISD. I'm not going to have like, I don't know, a commercial portfolio, and they should know that going to the school that's the type of work they're going to see. And a lot of them were very lovely. They were very lovely. They saw the work. They're like, this is good. Like, obviously, like my portfolio demonstrated an understanding of After Effects and animation. The packaging and delivery was like all wrong, and I agree. But there was one recruiter who was just awful. Won't name names. I won't go into specifics. But they were like, well, if you don't have a trust fund and if you don't have any money behind you, I don't see how you can be an animator. And they're like, you should probably work at a museum or something. They like had no faith in me whatsoever. They're like, I don't like what is this? And each interview each sit down with the portfolio recruiter was supposed to be like maybe 15 minutes long. I met with them for like 5 minutes. And that was it. And I wasn't rude. I wasn't mean.
No.
They were being very, very mean. But also like brutally honest, I guess, which I'll also respect, but wrong.
It's just like not constructive.
It's
like,
at all. It was just like,
what?
you have no future in this industry. And I'm like, I know you're wrong. And then it was it. And then I was like, all right, well, goodbye. And I picked up myself and I walked away. It lasted for such a short amount of time. I tell that story a lot because I'm like, what an idiot. If I ever do see this person at a festival or at a screening or whatever, I'm like, I wish I would have the courage to go up to them and be like,
hey,
no.
Yeah.
Hey, like have a whole Real Housewives moment to read the medley. Like, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. But I'll probably just be really... So they probably don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
But I know who you are.
14, what character from an animation do you relate to the most?
Oh. Roger the alien from American Dad. I love him.
That's a great answer.
I think we get along really well. I see myself in that little alien.
He's a good character.
Yeah. I have a little Roger figurine on my cocktail bar.
Yeah, that's so cute. I love that. That's a great answer. 15, what character from an animation do you have a crush on? Or do you or did you? I always...
Do I or do... well, I'm watching Dragon Ball right now, and I love Launch. I think she's so fun. I think she's fabulous. She's this like Jekyll and Hyde character where she like every time she sneezes, she like transforms into like a very butch version of herself, and then her alter ego is like a very shy, demure version.
Yeah.
And I just think she's amazing, and I love her. There's also another character in Dragon Ball. I think it's just like a side, like maybe one episode character. It's like this cat that sits at the top of this tower that Goku has to battle with. Or he has to steal water from him. And the cat is just so cute. And the voice acting, the English voice acting is so peculiar. I guess like the idea was like, oh, it's a cute cat. Let's give it like a really like heavy, like Tony Soprano voice. I love it. Yeah, that's funny. I don't remember his name because it's like he's only in the show for like Kieran, maybe? I don't know. For like 3 episodes, but I was like, I'm obsessed.
That's hilarious.
I'm also watching Dragon Ball in the voice dub because that's the only thing available.
Sure.
But it's also easy because then I can like do other things.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
But most of the time it's in the original Japanese audio.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
16, what's your favorite feature animation?
Akira.
Yeah.
Akira, 1988.
Yeah.
Akira. Like you just... It's very cliche to say that. Like, I'm not going to say some like niche, although I could. That's like, that to me is just like animation at its highest form.
Yeah.
Like the level of technical detail, like animation skills, background art, character design, music, editing, every aspect that is maximalist animation at its peak.
Yeah.
Second to that, in terms of like other animated films that have just been so like animated like in such a Baroque way, would be Spirited Away. But Akira was first, so I'll give it to Akira in terms of like, not that Spirited Away is my favorite Ghibli film. It's not. My favorite Ghibli film would be Ocean Waves.
I haven't seen that one.
It's like one of like the deeper cut ones. It was, I don't know what year it was made. I want to say like maybe late 80s or early 90s. But it was one of the films that the studio gave over to its team, like the young directors, the young animators, and said, you guys make a film. And they made this.
Wow.
And it's so good. The narrative is a bit cheesy, I guess. It's like a love triangle. But it's also like there's also a queer undertone to it between two of the love interests. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I saw it in theaters a couple years ago for the first time. Because they were doing a Ghibli screening, I think, at the IFC theater. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Good picks. And yeah, I mean, Akira is incredible. There's nothing like it.
You can't beat Akira. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's number one.
Yeah.
You can't beat it.
Yeah.
But you can try.
You can try.
It is Baroque animation theater.
Yeah.
Cyber Baroque.
I love that cyber Baroque. When I first saw it, I saw it at a theater. When I first like moved to the city, it was like one of like the early things that I did at Metrograph. And
oh my god, I think Akira screening at Metrograph sounds so fun.
It was, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, what I was hearing. I was just like, oh! It was just like, because I think I was really close to the screen too, so it just took up my whole like,
I've never seen it on the big screen. I've only watched it like at home or like on a projector wall or something. I want like the full theatrical experience.
It's worth going to the theater.
I think I want to say they've been trying to turn it into a live action film for the past like 20 years.
And they can't do it.
I think right now they are trying to do. I think there is a live action version in production that might be coming out in the next couple years. But I'm like, how do you even? You can't.
It's animation for a reason.
It's animation for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Then I'm sure the live action one is going to have like no color. It's not going to be vibrant. It's not going to be lush. Ugh, it's going to be so ugly.
Yeah.
I'm judging it before I have even seen a single frame.
I get it. It's like, because there's so much precedence for like these anime like remakes that are like just, they suck.
Yeah. It's animation for a reason.
Yep.
You can't take it out of its cage.
Couldn't agree more. Okay. 17, what's your favorite short animation?
Oh, there's a lot. Film White Film by Paul Glebecki would be my absolute number one. Okay. Paul Glebecki, huge influence on me. I saw that my junior year, I think my professor, Amy Kravitz, was like, you need to watch this film because I think it would be very helpful for you. Yeah. And it was. I also love Object Conversation by Paul Glebecki, also really good. Anything by Oscar Fissinger, huge also influence. I love Oscar Fissinger. And Mount Fuji by Robert Greer, another really influential film. I actually saw Object Conversation by Paul Glebecki last year at the Rockaway Film Festival. It was part of their program one evening, and they had it like on its original film reel. So good. Oh, worth the trek to Rockaway.
Yeah, every year I'm like, because I love going to the Rockaways, and so I've always been like super curious about the film festival, but it always is like at this time of year that like I'm just like not available for some reason.
Timing. No, I went this year and I went the previous year. The previous year was actually quite fine. It was actually quite lovely. This year it was like raining. Oh, it's far. It's a little cold because it's by the ocean. It was just like the weather could not be worse, but worth it to see that film and all the other films they screened. They do such a good job of programming their animation programs. So good. I really recommend Rockaway Film Fest.
Hopefully I'll go this time.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. 18, what's your favorite episodic animation?
Oh, well, American Dad. Obviously. Roger the Alien. Hello. Yes, what more do you need? I love that show.
Yeah. I feel like maybe you've answered this question already, but 19, what animator do you most admire?
Oh, Paul Glebecki. Paul Glebecki is my father. In a conceptual way. Yeah. I love how he draws his frames. I love the technical. It's sort of like Akira. It's like maximal. It's just like big and loud, and his pacing is so fast. It doesn't stop. But the way he handles the density of information is fascinating. It's like so much is being thrown at you, but you're still in it. You're not like, I don't ever find myself distracted. A lot of things that like I have the same interests on. Like I think he's like stopped animating. I think he's moved over to like gallery work.
Oh, interesting.
Still frame work, like giant like prints or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, you made like, I don't know, like what, like 8 knockout films. You're allowed to like do whatever else you want. Yeah. But I do wish he would like return to it if he wants, if he's able to. That's my favorite. Yeah. But also Austin Fissinger is number 2. Animation filmmaker. Oh, and shout out Norman McLaren. Yeah. You have to.
Yeah. 20, what characteristic are you most drawn to in other people?
Honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love a good, honest person. Yeah. Even if I might not agree with what you're saying, or it could be like brutally honest. I'm like, at least I know where I stand. Yeah. At least I know what, what's
I'm
happening.
Dealing with.
I don't like false sincerity or whatever, or like two-facedness. Like I'm talking to someone and they're bringing advice to me and I'm like, oh, this is going well. And then it's like, it's just a whole big lie. I'm like, just tell me your honest opinion.
Yeah.
Don't hold back.
Yeah. I think that's a good, it's a
maybe
great
that's like
quality.
A Scorpio thing. I think I'm just like, go, let me have it.
Yeah, feels Scorpio.
That's a Scorpio thing, yeah.
Feels Scorpio. It's just like, let's just get to it.
Yeah. When I'm like with friends or family, I'm like, I'll tell it like it is. But
Yeah.
like when I'm like with people, obviously I'm like a little bit more like filtered
Sure.
with like how I'm feeling or
Sure.
thinking or whatever.
Yeah.
But I like that. I just we don't all have to agree. Not that I'm so opinionated. I often agree with a lot of people in the room, but it's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
it's like you don't gotta like everything.
Yeah. 21, what's your most life-defining decision?
Oh my. I was thinking about this the other day when I was walking around. I used to live in Ridgewood for many, many years with my friend Phyllis. Shout out Phyllis. We were roommates. I was in that apartment for like 4-ish years, and then she lived with me for 3 years. And then we were there during COVID and the lockdown, and we were just like in that apartment when the COVID lockdown was ending and our lease was sort of ending, you know, like we had a summer lease, so it was ending in that summer. Are we going to renew our lease? Are we not going to renew a lease? And I was like, I gotta get out of this apartment. Like, and that was a big life decision that changed the trajectory of not only my life but hers. Because then we kind of, and we were still very, very good friends, but we went like, you know, I moved to Manhattan, and then she moved somewhere else in Brooklyn, and then I was in Manhattan for 2 years. And then I left New York, and then I decided to come back, and now I'm living again in Ridgewood. Yeah. But oftentimes when I'm walking around the neighborhood, I'm like, oh, what if we never left? What if we had just stayed in that apartment? And it was a fabulous apartment. It was lovely. One of the nicest apartments I've ever lived in. A lot of structural issues that made me also want to like leave, but like great space. You know, it was really lovely. So I was thinking like, oh, what if we did? Not that I have so many regrets. And I do love the choices that we both made, you know, on our own paths. I live in Ridgewood now, and then my friend Phyllis, her new apartment is like 10 minutes away from me walking. Yeah. So we're like still, you know, and I'm like, what if? Yeah. But that was like a very big life decision. It gave me the opportunity. I lived in Manhattan for the first time by myself. I never lived alone, so it gave me that opportunity. And I had never lived in the city before, in Manhattan, so it gave me that opportunity. And then my landlord was selling the apartment, so she was like, you gotta go. She was like, well, if you want to buy it. And I said, I wish I could, but I don't have that money. So then I left, and then I was like, well, I don't really want to go anywhere else. Well, not that I want to go anywhere else. I don't want to get another apartment in New York. A lot of my friends had left the city, and my work had become remote, so I could be anywhere. So I was like, there's no real reason for me to be here. So then I left for like a year, and I was in London, and I was in France, I was in Portugal, so all around Europe.
Lovely.
And then I went back home to Florida, so I was also able to like sort of like reset. So it gave me that. Yeah. And then I came back, and I was like, all right, enough of this stuff. Time to go back to Ridgewood. Yeah. And I love Ridgewood. I love my neighborhood. And I love my current apartment as well. That was like life decision. Yeah. I don't regret it though.
No. Well, it sounds like it was like an opportunity to kind of be on your own.
Yeah.
Figure. Well, I don't know if you were trying to figure things out, but like you're on your own in like a different way, you know.
An opportunity that's in front of me.
Yeah.
Like, that was probably the only one in recent memory where I was like, it's kind of like sliding doors. It's like, you know, what would my life have been like? You know, like I'm walking around the neighborhood. I'm like, what would my life have been like if I just decided to stay?
Left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But then it's like you're able to like project and fantasize. It's like, you know, like, oh, and then this wouldn't have happened, and then I would have. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. You're where you're supposed to be.
I think so. Things happen the way they do. Don't ask why.
22. What do you consider your greatest achievement?
I would say just like sticking it out, like not giving up, persevering, setting my mind on something, doing it, that my level of like determination. Yeah. I would say that. What do normal people say? This would be like that film I made.
No, I feel like I always think somebody's going to be like something that is like kind of this more tangible kind of achievement. But I feel like people always say something that's more of like a life.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my work, but it's all in flux. It's all still a work in progress.
And it's not like probably good to identify too much with the success of your work is the success of you as like an individual. It's like
Put the Rotten Tomatoes exam.
Yeah.
Don't care what the public score is.
Yes. Totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself.
That's nice. That's good. Okay, 23. Nayon, when I asked her this question, recommended I interview you.
Ooh.
So I thought I'd return the favor. Who do you think I should interview next?
Oh. Someone controversial. I don't know. Who's like the most controversial animator? Someone a little wacky. Someone a little crazy. Someone's gonna be like, you're gonna listen to the conversation and be like, what the heck were they talking? Honestly, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm the cuckoo cracky.
No,
crazy
you're not
one.
Controversial.
Not yet. Let me. How much time we got? Let me really go on. I don't know. I don't have any names off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I think you've already interviewed all my friends.
Yeah. I feel like I am burning through the RISD, like a very specific generation of RISD, like really fast. Because I think a lot of people are in New York.
Yeah. I mean, it's an amazing
Yeah.
the RISD bubble is.
Yeah.
It's a lovely, cozy little group of people.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you go to Providence. You just you get the 8 people and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
I just went back recently for my 10-year reunion, which was quite fun.
Yeah.
Two of my friends flew in and we all went and we just throwback. Similar to what we were talking about in high school. It's like
Yeah.
it was such a small group.
Yeah.
It was nice for everyone just to catch up and get along. Like there was no one seeing someone from across the room be like, ugh, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a
it's
good feeling.
We're all on good terms, good levels.
It's nice.
And we all understand each other quite
Yeah.
well. Who should you interview next? Not anyone from RISD. I'm gonna shout out my friend. Oh well, he is from RISD. No.
It's okay.
Okay, I was gonna say Jack Gray. He's
Okay.
a really, really cool animator. Really, really fun. He studied at RISD, but he makes really, really good work.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, so Jack Gray and someone controversial.
Jack is not controversial, although I'm sure he could probably find something to edge up on. Someone just cuckoo crazy. I want to see someone. I want to see a cuckoo crazy animator.
Okay.
I just love listening to those conversations.
Some names come to mind, so I'll figure it out. And then finally, 24. What do you want to plug right now? I mean, we know you got your film coming out, hopefully in the fall.
I don't know when Dungeon's coming out, but shout out Dungeon. Honestly, nothing. Plug.
Okay.
I don't know. I would say everyone just keep making work.
Yeah, that's nice.
Keep it going. Don't stop. And maybe you're listening to this at your desk. I don't know.
Yeah.
But keep it going.
Good plug.
I'm going to plug creative freedom and energy.
Yes. It's a good one. All right.
Ooh.
This podcast is recorded, edited, and produced by me, India Lombardi-Bello. Digital marketing assistance by Arnesh Kundu. Design by Sawyer, Rippon. Music by Cloutmeyer. Special thanks to Motörhead, Lombardi-Bello. To Nayon for suggesting David for the podcast and introducing me to him. To my parents. And to Josh Pilch.